You know, it is really true when they say that how you treat yourself is how people will treat you better. The better you treat yourself, the better you'll feel about yourself. I woke up this morning, and yesterday I woke up and I was supposed to do a video, and I was like, I didn't feel like a video. Y'all know it was morning women stuff going on, and I was just like, I just don't feel like it. But as the day went on, good things was happening in my life, and I was like, wow. I was like just paying attention to everything. So when I woke up this morning, look at that beautiful painting in the back. When I woke up this morning, I couldn't help but to think about all of the things that, of course, y'all know me, God has been doing in my life. And I was like, I really didn't feel that great yesterday, but I thought to myself today, I don't really feel that great today, but the fact that I woke up, y'all know, the fact that I sat back and I thought about my yesterday and all the great things that manifested for me, and even today, it only did that because I put myself, this morning, I put myself in a thankful mindset. I start thanking God for just the little things that we don't think about, even having toothpaste, because somebody somewhere don't have a place to be able to brush their teeth or may not even have teeth, you know what I mean? And I was just thinking about my sisters and thinking to myself, like, you know, how we struggle with self-esteem. We have been in situations and we have a lot of trauma. Men have as well. But to my sisters, we have been through some things, and a lot of times we just don't know how to direct it. And what happens is a lot of times with us is that we let things fester inside of us, and it comes out in so many different ways. It comes out on the job where you really don't want to be, you hate your job. It comes out with your children. It comes out with your spouse or your significant other, because we have to learn how to channel the trauma, but not only channel the trauma, also deal with teaching ourselves how to be happy. And that was something, y'all, it took me a long time to get there, because I felt like I always had to have like this like chip on my shoulder and things like that. And you guys always hear me talk about taking care of yourself, and I'm talking about the physical. And I talk about the internal as well, but one of the things that starts off your day, if you're one of those people that you have a habit when you wake up in the morning, because we got a lot going on, you have a habit. Let me close this door. My AC sound kind of loud. If you have a habit where you have, you wake up in the morning, you're thinking about the bills, you're thinking about what this person said to you, what they meant, you're thinking about that fight you had, you're thinking about how are you going to, take care of things, you're thinking about your loved ones, how are you going to help them, all these different things. If you're thinking about, if you have a habit of doing that, and most of us do, like our mind be like racing. How long does it take you to get to bed at night? Because your mind is just racing with so many. With me, my mind is racing with ideas, and then my mind goes into, oh, this person needs this, and these different things. And I just wanted to say that I stopped doing that. It's been like a few months now that I started training myself. Of course, one of the main things is get around people who will force you, who will sharpen you to change yourself, like to, change who you want to be. So get around people who have the same like mindset, that want to have an overall healthy life, and surround yourself with that type of environment. Surrounding yourself with people that gossip, it brings back into like low vibration. So one of the things you can do in the morning is find you some meditation music. You got free stuff. You can go to YouTube, you can find some free meditation stuff, and then start meditating on the things that you remembered that God had did for you, right? Start thinking about the things that make you happy. I was like, you know what, today I love colors. I don't know if it's because my mother was from the Caribbean or whatever, or born and raised in Miami, Florida, but we love colors, and I love things like that especially first thing in the morning, makes it vibrant. I like light. I like my room to have light, so I open up my windows. So those things, it just starts my day off. Just simple things like that. Start paying attention to the simple things, you know what I mean? And then from there, go in that mirror and start speaking life into yourself. Just something small. If you can't think of anything, because I went through depression, and I know sometimes you can't think of one good thing to say about yourself, but just look in the mirror and say, girl, you awake. Thank you, God, for waking me up. Like something simple like that. And the reason why I'm talking about this, right? A lot of times with women, we are very emotional women. We're always looking outside for someone to make us happy, whether that's our significant other, our children, you know, and these different things. And I always thought it was beautiful. And like, my kids bring me joy, and that's great that they bring you joy. But the things that you're looking for, it's all within you. So when your children bring you joy, you already have that happiness. The reason why your children bring you joy is because you're bringing them joy from who you are. You become that. You're being that. You know what I mean? And so a lot of times we look outwardly, and that's why we have so many problems in relationships, because we're looking for that man to complete us. We're looking for that knight in shining armor. We're looking for that person to make me happy because I haven't been happy, and take away all this pain of the things that I've been through in my past relationships and different things like that. And so it took me a while, but I got it. And it helps us to be accountable and be able to say, you know what? I got to be happy from within. It starts with me when I wake up in the morning, because when you get to the pearly gates, and you know what I'm saying? Remember when God asked Adam, who told you was naked? And Adam said, the woman you gave me. You're not gonna be able to do that, because I had to let him know, no, you was running this show, you the head, right? And so it's the same thing with your life. You can't point and say, well, I was in this and they did this. And yeah, a lot of us, certain situations we're in, we don't have any control of, but we do have control of our own emotions. We have control of how we're going to maneuver through our day. We have control, right? And so once you understand that and you start gaining self-control by building yourself up from inwardly, and you start treating yourself good. A lot of times, you ever been out and you go somewhere and you try to get some service and the woman is nasty? I ain't talking about this, men too, but we dealing with us. You go somewhere and the woman is now. I'm like, well, my God, it's only 7 a.m. Like, what done ticked you off, pissed you off this time of the day? Jesus Christ, you know what I'm saying? But a lot of times they're like that because they done beat themselves up or haven't forgiven themselves or just nasty. They're more comfortable. It's women people that are more comfortable with being depressed. They are addicted to it. We're addicted to being nasty. We're addicted to being angry. I know someone personally that she's addicted to always finding things that people did to her so she can hold on to it, like she's holding over something over somebody. I remember when they did that. And I'm like, well, how's that working for you? So we're addicted to these things to keep us, because it's a comfort for us, because we've been doing it for so long. Whatever the trauma that came into our life, we create these defense mechanisms that makes no sense, that hinder us from living a full, happy, potentially happy life. And there are many of people that go in the graveyard that have wanted so many things, but just couldn't get out of the mindset to be happy. They couldn't get out of the mindset that this life that they have right now, that it could just change. And it doesn't have to, and it's not going to come from anybody outside. It has to come from you, because when you start treating yourself better, others will treat you better. When you start treating yourself better, you will start attracting better. You'll start attracting good things. And you start off small, because it's hard for you to believe it, because mentally you've been programmed for so many years behaving this way that it's going to take some time to get your mind to behave this way. But if you stay consistent and you do it little by little, day by day, step by step, things could change, and you'll start being like, man, you know, that even the job you hate, you be like, man, it feel good. It's not the job. It's not the people. It's not the mom. It's not your mom. It's not your man. It's not any of that. It's not your children. It is what's within you. You done tapped into the what is that? You done and tapped into the abundance and prosperity, all those different things. It's not just talking about the finance. There's plenty of people that are rich that don't have happiness, right? There are plenty of people that, there are men, you know, you got the women that say, I'm chasing the bag, I'm getting the bag from the man. There are plenty of women that are chasing the bag and find a man that have the bag, but he got a bad character. He's not a good person. He can be abusive, right? The same thing like with a woman. You can find a beautiful woman, gorgeous on the outside and everything, but guess what? She nasty, she angry, she bitter, she don't forgive. It's a whole lot of things. But if we choose to switch that and say, yeah, I've been like this for a long time, but I really want to experience a full life, a true blissful happiness. And yeah, you're going to have your bad days, but it feel good when you already in the mindset, hey, that happened, but I'm going to be okay. And you keep going, because that's called life. So I pray that this video helps you. It is telling you that the way you treat yourself is basically the foundation of how your life is going to go through in this world. You're going to be things that you're going to want to accomplish. You're going to want to open up a business. You're going to want to teach your children. You want to be a wife. You want to be, you want to have a career, these different things. But you can still have those things and manifest it, but you won't be able to enjoy it until you deal with the internal you. So I pray that this video helps you. I will see you guys next video. I love you guys.